And we're back in Space Engineers. Remember the last episode, things, man, does this game look more colorful? More beautiful? Oh, maybe I don't know. It looks great. Huh, maybe, oh, I think I remember the last time that we were playing, maybe that whole day was like really, like foggy and overcast and rainy, so it just kind of looked gloomy, and now it's like nice and sunny and vibrant colors. Anyway, remember our last episode, we had taken our real 100% atmospheric flying machine, and we had tooled around the surface of the planet. I keep looking at things online, and I keep looking at things that people have built, and I get so excited to play this game. Like, it's just a fun game, there's a lot of possibilities to it. I really want to figure out the I guess it's some kind of assembler head or something. You put this little thing down, and it has like a welding torch on the end of it, right? And it does work for you, makes power, so we can still go into space, which, remember, is the goal of my first playthrough of this, is to get into another planet, so we can build yet another one of those things up there. Excuse me, one of those things up there, but instead of the atmospheric, we can do hydrogen, and that means we're going to go out to mine a lot of hydrogen from the ice. But that we know where that's at now. There's a gigantic one over there. We probably could even drive this thing over there to it. But one of the limitations here on this particular guy is that, he does great with the rocks on the surface, but he doesn't do too much with the things below the surface. Now, I've seen people who go out and they make remote mining stations that are just completely 100% autonomous, right? Like, they put their own battery in there, they put their own wind turbine in there, they build the platform, they build something like that hook, and they'll put 2 pistons on it, and then they'll push a digger into the ground. That's good, and I like that, but I feel like you can do the same, or I feel like you can make one of those, or you can build one of these, but instead of having all the wheels and stuff on it, I feel like you just put the thrusters on it and just give yourself 3-dimensional turns. That way you can turn this thing where it's facing straight down and then just dig into the ground. I feel like you can do something like that. I don't know if I'm up to doing something like that, but I feel like that's something that can be done. I don't even know what we're going to be doing today, to tell you the honest truth. I just hopped on right quick and I hit the record button just in case anything super cool happened. Our big thing is to get onto that planet, I guess. Maybe those guys, maybe that one. This one is habitable, so I don't even know why we want to live here, but I feel like we want to get back to civilization. I feel like that would be I feel like we get lonely. Solar panels and wind panels, the reactors we talked about, the batteries we're good to go on, cockpit and control seats I'm familiar with, and then remote control devices I've not yet done. Okay, and then all that's just building. Yeah. Okay, I want to try to do one of these makers. I want to do a welder here. I want to put it somewhere on my base. I gotta have what? Steel plate. May I have some steel plate, please? Medium cargo container. I wonder why the medium cargo containers has all that in it. Who knows? Where's that one big junk drawer? I guess that junk drawer is my medium cargo container. I remember. I disassembled a lot of stuff because I felt it was clogging up everything. No, it's a small cargo container. There it is. The medium one is on the boat out there. Yes. That came from us tearing down something. Well, let's go. Let's see. I would like to put it. How can I do this? Guess I could make one of those boxes, one of the 4-way boxes right there, and then drop down and then go this way like drop down like 2 levels down and go into the earth, and then come up this way and put the builder somewhere over here, the welder, right? Because the welder, I'd put it this way up, like that. Let it build from the bottom. I saw it in the thing, like the startup animation. It was on a piston arm, and the piston arm was spinning something that I guess was attached to another piston arm. I need to take this thing down right quick. Kind of in the way. Okay. I think I just want to do one. I just want to see if I can figure this out. I want to see if I can make it work. So, what's the best way? Maybe come out here. Maybe come out here with the that little box, and then bring a piece of scaffolding up and over and down, and put the welder bit on the end of a piston. But if I'm going to do that, I probably should do it. I really should not have. I really should have tried to build. If you're ever going to build, okay, so let's learn from my mistake. If you're ever going to build anything in this game on top of one of these inputs, it's probably a really good idea to go ahead and make it into a connecting piece, so that you never limit yourself. Because now that this is plugged in here and it has all this junk on top of it, I can't go back and take this out and put something else in if I need to connect to it, right? The same thing with this one. I have so much connected to this that if I wanted to take any one particular piece off, I have a hard time believing that it'll attach back appropriately, and I've kind of I've ledged myself up. So now if I wanted to build anything that comes out and up and hangs down over the base, then I don't really have a good starting off point for that. I guess I could come up here, take that off, and then just angle grind down this connector, right? And then put the 4-piece block on it, and then put the connector back on top of the 4-piece block. Like that could work. And then I'd have something that could come out and hang down and build. Or I could put it in the ground and just have it build from the ground up. I don't really know what are like the articulation that this thing needs. Like, I don't know if it needs to have all that. I kind of want to put it right there. Let's go ahead and just angle. Let's just do that. I want to put it right here. The first time out.
Inventory full.
Rip. 6 plates. 6 plates. Okay. So I want to build that little block that comes out. So that's going to be a connector, I suppose, or a conveyor. Let's see here. Cargo conveyor sorter, conveyor tube, conveyor sorter, conveyor junction. That's what it's going to be. It is a conveyor junction. Oh, good. It's just going to come straight out that way. They want to have a tube that goes down, a tube that goes straight down, then a bent tube, and then it comes over this way and then terminates into that, which means I'm going to have to dig this out a little bitty baby bit. That's okay. Boop. Boop. Put that into the refinery, please. And then let this go down a little bit more. And I'm gonna need more tubes.
Inventory full.
She's so nice about that. You know, she doesn't yell at me. She just tells me 1 or 2 times, and then she's like, hey. Your inventory's full, man. Relax. We're a good team, she and I. All right, let's do this. Conveyor, C-O-N. conveyor tube that goes straight down, and then conveyor tube that turns. Boop. What is that? That's what I want to build. That's the junction I already used. So tube go down, tube turn. And then, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done the other thing. I shouldn't have got rid of the light armor block. That's like the building block, right? So will you even attach there yet? Yeah, you will. Righteous. Okay, that gives me a really good idea about how deep this has to go. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Inventory full.
See, like I said, she treats me. She doesn't yell at me. I am the worst type of person I can think of. I will yell at you. Much to the chagrin of people who, well, I mean, I have an even temperament, but man, people can get on my nerves. Especially the ones where you give them like tons of time to come around, and you very, you know, you tell them like, well, you can't hear what I'm saying because there's a jackhammer going on. But people who you try to be like reason with, you try to be nice to, and we try to give them time to come around to a certain idea, but they just keep fighting you on it. Aha! And now another that goes that way. Aha! Man, that looks good. Looks good. I'm probably gonna try not to let all those little rocks fall down into that place. Let me try actually building this up a little bitty bit just so I can clean up my inventory and have a little bit more room. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't want to do it too terribly much because then that stuff would get in my way and I wouldn't be able to drop stuff in until I had built all that up. What does that need, by the way? I need 5 more construction. I have 8 small tubes, so 5 construction, 12 small tubes. Go here. What do you do? I have forgot how you ask for production. So, oh, that's 100. That's not 5. That, and then that, and then that. Just watch that happen there. Really is a fun game. I've watched one guy play this game a lot, and he complains about it sometimes, about the corruption, the saves, and you know, the server's not working well. You know, and that does turn me off from like wanting to continue this little playthrough, because I really don't want to get to a place where I can't do anything, or my world. I've already lost one world, by the way. Did I not access that? It should be functional. Why can't I access the port here? It says it's functional. I'll go all the way around. See, I've given myself almost no place to access this thing because of how I've built it. So I'll do that again. Like that and that. Why isn't that a area that I can access things? Oh. Well, that's heartbreaking. I assumed that there would be a access point. I assumed that those would be access points, but I suppose it's not. Like, that's an access point, but that one is not. Okay, well, unfortunate, because now I have to run. I guess this is my only one left over here on the ground. Oh, I got two on the ground. I got two. I guess I should have made that a storage. If you make it a storage container, you get to access it. So I guess I should have made that a storage container. Oh, anyway, you live and learn. Live and learn. We're going to move this over here. We're going to get this whole thing laid out first. Or not first, obviously not first, but... and now that I think about it, I think this thing also is a, it's too tall. I went down one. Oh, I went down two. Maybe it will work, but I feel like that this thing is not going to be quite right for us. I feel like this thing's not going to be quite right. Wow, amazing. Amazing. What? Yummy, yummy, yum. Oh, he just smashed. I like how he grunts sometimes. He's like, ah, geez, what are you doing to me? Like, I don't know, bud, I'm sorry. Okay, here's the problem I thought we were gonna have, and we still might have it. It's going to attach right there. It'll be fine. Yeah, it'll attach right there, and then, ooh, what if those things retract? Oh, what if they retract? Do those things retract? I feel like I've seen them retract. Like, I feel like that's in the open position. Fiddlesticks. I don't know if they retract or not. You know what? I'm gonna say that they do, and I'm gonna put them right there. But they're not gonna have any type of maneuverability if I put them inside. You know what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna put them down, and if that doesn't work, I'll move it up, and I'll just do one more connector up. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. What is the end of the world? Oops, not even that. We're almost there. We just gotta. There's just a couple of more things. You need interior plate to build. Okay. Man, it'd be so nice if that was a deal. I did not. I thought it would allow me access, but I guess it does not. Interior plate. I feel like I'm going to need 100 of those. Like, I feel like I'm just going to need quite a lot of interior plate, so I might as well just bite the bullet and just make forever of those. And I feel really nice that we have a lot of resources. I haven't done the mining off camera thing that, you know, sometimes gets done with these playthroughs, but I feel like we've really hit a point where I know where stuff is at. I have a good recovery vehicle, so I can go get it if I need it. Unable to place the welder. Okay. Whoops. All right, everybody calm down. Oh, how is it full? Did we pick up mini rocks before we came? 800 is mini. I love hearing that thing turn on. Oh, so cool. I'm gonna go drop these rocks off because I feel like we're gonna have to do one more rock. We're gonna do one more rock clearing session. wonder why though. Okay. Oh, I guess the jetpack. Can you tell me why I can't place it? Can you tell me why? You're just saying you're unable to do that. Okay. Does the... okay, so he doesn't have it on all sides. You have to be right about it. Okay. It looks like it's going to be lateral to... yeah, so it's going to be that. I just don't know why that won't let me attach it to that. I suppose there's something in the way. I just don't quite see what that something is. Like, I feel like this is...
Inventory full.
Well, now I know it's going to be those rocks that mess it up. So let me go drop them off. Boop. Okay. Every day, I'm hustling. What? Still no joy. It'll go there just fine. You know what? Let me do this. I think I have one steel plate. That's not going to be enough. Let me go grab some more steel plates, and then I'm going to make a box around it. I'm going to make a oh, I have 300. Okay, well, I'm going to make a box around it, and if it'll let me, like, if it'll let me apply that one, and it lets me apply that one, and it lets me apply that one, then surely, and then on the bottom here, maybe I can do one. How do I squat? Yes. How do you go? I mean, I'm in the hole now. Okay. See, the light block will go in. So if the light block will go in, then this one should go in. But it does not allow that to go in. It'll allow it to go in up here. But down there is still a no. Okay. But the light block can go in. Odd that the light block will go in, but the builder will not. Why is that? Why will you not allow the grinder to go in? Oh, you know what? I can do it this way, and then the grinder has a thing on the bottom. It's not what I wanted because I don't know how well I really want it put into the side here. But I don't quite know why it's not allowing me to do that. Not allowing it to go there either. Interesting. Nor will it allow it to go there. It would be nice if it would say why. Local grid aligned. Okay. All right. I'm going to put it there. I do not like that. I'm going to have to put in one more of these that I did not want to put in. It'll have to look like... Why can't I get it to turn? I want... Why won't it turn? Insert and up. But it won't let me turn it the other way. Okay, yes, that. I want that part. Hold on. Go back. Okay, well. Take a step back here. Okay. We go up, right? And then the grinder, or this is the welder, right? And the welder goes on top. Okay. Now just, all we like is the doing. So there was one tube, one bend, and one bend. So 1 tube, 3 bends, 1, 2, 3 tubes. All right. 3 tubes, 3 tubes, and 1 bend. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. We'll just do 3 of each. There we go. And it should kick out all this stuff, and after that's made, then we should have everything we need to go in and make that tunnel. And then we're going to need a grinder piece. So let's go ahead and type in GR grinder. There we go. We want one of those. And I think that added it to the list. Yeah, I believe so. Okay, good. Now we just have to wait for it all to come back up. Boop, boop, boop. My inventory, I have some of this stuff already. I believe I'm going to run into the problem where I have most of it. Taking that. Can't take much more. Said every husband ever. Ha ha ha. Hey. There we go, interior plate. I thought we'd need a lot of interior plate. I told it to make mini. Okay. Put 100 of that back. Grab all that. Oh, by the way. Oh. Man, excuse me. I was thinking about this game, and I was, always thinking like, how would I change it? What would I do if I were the developer? Like, how would I increase it? There's a game called Supreme Commander. And in that game, you run around as like this futuristic cyborg dude. You build a base using like nanobots, and then after you build that base, you can make the little nanobots. Like you can make more, like engineers are called, and then they can produce more stuff, and it just kind of goes on from there. And I was thinking like, man, how cool would this game be if you could upgrade yourself, right? Like you could, like, instead of having to build something like this, like the thing that you want to continue building stuff for you, right? Like, oh, I'm going to build this thing and it's going to build stuff for me. Like, what if you invested in yourself and it was, you upgraded like your exosuit, and the exosuit had like an automatic builder on it, like how cool would that be? I thought that would be kind of an interesting take. It looks like we were short some tubes somehow, some way, so I'm gonna make 10 more tubes. Only 3? Am I out of iron? Yeah, we're gonna have to go get some more iron. Out of iron. All right, I have my little co-pilot come in here. She wanted to tell me something right quick. She just got back from ballet class. She had a new outfit. All right, I'm gonna go snag some plates. I'm gonna cover up that hole. Not all of it, because we still got to get down in there and do some work. But I think I can, cover all that up. I know I'm almost out of juice, but I'm gonna juice back up when I get inside my ride here. Take off the parking brake. And away we go. And I think that this is going to be the last run out to our iron iron rock out here. We'll have to go find another iron rock. Or, you know, when I first started this series, I was like, man, I'm going to make a 18-wheeler miner that is gonna have like a big back section that lifts up and mines down into the earth. I could start working on that. Ugh. There's also a part of me that thinks it's time for a break from all these videos and making them. I've got about 10 days left, but I definitely need to make sure that I don't fall behind. I want to make sure that I get at least one video out every single day. And this is ultimately going to get us closer to outer space, because I'd like to, I mean, our little atmospheric guy, he's cool and everything, but I get so nervous. I don't think there's a map feature to this game. I wouldn't mind building a map feature. There's a game called Civilization, and when you research satellites, like, it reveals the entire map. Like, I wouldn't mind having to build a autonomous vehicle that, like a satellite that you would put into orbit, you know, using the stuff you create here, and then that would beam back pictures of the surrounding area. Like, I thought that'd be cool. I don't think the game has it, but like, just give me a way to acquire a map if you're not going to put one in the game standard. And there might be one in the game standard. I might not have just found it yet, but you can just kind of tell. I mean, a game that it's not readily apparent what the map button is, like, that's pretty rough. Look at that, our juice is already back up. Our O2 is 100%. We actually have our helmet visor off. We've been breathing the local atmosphere for a while. And those little bottles there show us how many bottles we have left. So I actually have a hydrogen bottle and O2 bottle left. So if I get zeroed out on any of that, it just goes right back up. And health I messed up on. I got to get back into the bunker and heal up. I think I smashed myself into the wall going too fast too many times. I think my guy needs a breather. But don't we all? And down here in the bottom right hand corner, I think this is showing us how much energy we're using. And like right now we're using like 0 just because these tires just don't take a lot to make work. But it would be nice if oh, you know what I could do? I could make I just remembered seeing that output thing. I could output stone. Dude, I could output stone. What's the button that takes me in close? F? Oh, that takes me out of the cockpit. Is it V? Yeah, V does it. View, right? I could put a little outlet where he'll dump stone and we only collect iron. Oh man. I didn't even think about that. It also would be nice if there was a, like over here, like I was saying, it tells us how much power you're using, and I guess the H2 is how much H2 power you would be using. Why can't I build something on here that tells me how full I am, like of all the available like cargo space, like how full I am? Like, that would be nice. That would be a nice little, quality of life improvements, man. Like games like this, like that make the whole thing worthwhile. Okay, let's turn them on and engage. Hopefully we don't have the bug where we get pushed back. Hopefully we mine like we're supposed to. Yeah, you kidding me? I think we have the bug where we get pushed back. That, or I'm just perfectly missing. I could be perfectly missing it. Let's bring them back. That could have been me. I could have just missed it perfectly. I think we have the bug though. All right, give me a second here. Might as well call this one the 18-wheeler episode. Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna roll that thing out, and we're just gonna go collect tons of iron. We need it. I noticed while I was doing some stuff that I got 3 or 4 different colors of light armor block going on, which is making these seams, which I don't really like to see. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to fix that. Like I said, first thing I want to do is we're gonna go 18-wheeler truck hauling in this episode. Park and brake off, roll out. We're gonna go try to get more of that iron. I made a boast earlier. I said that we were in that phase now where we can just gobble up resources as we needed them, and I feel like we're just always running out of iron. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to go ahead and gobble up some resources here. And remember, we're trying to get into space, and I feel like we're pretty close to that. I feel like we're going to do that in a couple of more episodes. I know that I said that I wanted to get a medieval castle built on that rock over there, but I'm also kind of considering that there's nothing on the planet. I'm not running to any hostiles. I'm not quite sure what the good stories have a antagonist. You know, whether it's the mountain that you're climbing, the weather, the sea, wolves, another person, your own self-doubt. Like, there's a lot that can be said for having something that motivates you and pushes you and forces you to adapt and to become stronger. I just don't feel like that we're getting that here with this particular world. So we're going to make sure that the next world that we load into, we actually have a really good challenge, and we have a nice goal laid out. And I'm learning a lot. You know, this is like basic training for me. I'm on a, before I bought this game, I told you, maybe I didn't go into great detail. I bought this game once before, and I dropped in on a ship that they pre-generated, and I dropped in on like an Earth planet, and the ship rolled down the hill and blew apart at the bottom of this hill next to some water. It was liquid, I believe. And I was like, okay, all right, I'm here. Like, now what? I did not know that you could, walking around that ship, I never found an access panel. If I did find an access panel, it did not light up like they do now, indicating that you can interact with them, right? They might have given you the prompts down here at the bottom of the screen. You see, press F to leave control seat 2, press K to open up ship control panel. Like, they might not have. Man, I really, really, really wish that stupid like AI show control hints. Thank you. Show rotation hints. All right. Can I clean up some stuff? No, good. See, this F1 help screen thing is still there. Like, I don't want those. Whatever. What does that say? You can press any, yeah, I know I can. Can you please tell me what I can press to get rid of these so I never see them again, so they're not always up in every single one of my videos? Please. I've had a rough day. I've had a rough day. Had a rough everything. I don't know how to I've told it not to do it. I don't know what else to do from there. Sorry, folks. I bought this game once before, fell down, landed on a planet, fell down, broke apart. I didn't know you could access stuff. I pulled out the mining drill, the hand drill, drilled into the ground for a good bit, finding a bunch of rock. I didn't find any ore, didn't know how to discover ore. Walked around a little bit, got attacked by something, shot and killed it. I have the achievement, like defend yourself achievement, and then I quit, and then I got my money back. So that was my first run-in with it. Oh, you know what would be really cool? I just thought of this. If that command module here was on like a dolly. Oh, no, I couldn't do that, because then the tires, it would have to roll over the side of the tires. I was just thinking, like, it'd be cool to have a dais, and that these two things could rotate freely around that, or on the platform. They could go off in any direction they want, 365-degree mining. But then they would have to reach over the wheels, and the wheels are weird. Anywho, yeah, but like this, to me, this is like basic training, because I'd never I had this game once before, but I didn't really knock it out of the park. Like I didn't really master it once before. So this right here, this is great. Like this is definitely me. This is definitely, you know, me getting a lot further along than I did before. So are we gonna have the bug? Or are we gonna, yep. Isn't that nice? It's so nice to sit down and to play this game and then have the immersion broken immediately. So that you have to reload the game and then just pray that the immersion breaking bug isn't gonna happen again. So nice. I don't even know if this thing is in alpha or if this is, there we go, we're mining now. Now we're cooking with gas. I wonder how it keeps. Oh, this is like 1 and 4. Okay. I was gonna say, I wonder like what mechanism, like how it knows. It's still storing it somewhere. Connector 2. We have a lot of space in here. It would be really nice down here in the bottom right hand corner if there was a way that you could like figure out like how much storage space you had left. I'm gonna back this out with these things on. Just gonna back out with those things on just in case. I'll just move away like this. All right, turn them off. Yeah, just a rotten day altogether. Rotten day. Well, not a rotten day. Pretty good day. I'm hitting my limit for a bunch of things. I have so much energy. I often think about like my tolerance. God, that good bot introduction thing is really driving me nuts. Stand by 1 moment here, folks. How to remove good bot introduction from game screen on Space Engineers. Self name. Exit a current session. Fixes a good bot thing after you disable the hints and options. Re-enter a save and it'll be disabled. As for weapon UI thing, press your tab key. Yeah, okay. Looks like a good idea. I tried this, saw the tooltip. Fixed fast. It only shows the needed material infos me if it hits. Maybe or I try to disable go, it crashes the game. Right click on Space Engineers, your Steam memory. Go to properties, locate files, verify integrity. Game restarts may help too. Try to disable good and restarts the session. Save tips did not work. Apparently it can't be taken off on some. That was May 31st, 9:05. I suppose of this year. I don't know. Anyway. It's just little things like that that are like really getting on my damn nerves. I feel like I hold myself to a pretty high level of integrity, and I really, I mean, maybe, you know, call me a prick, but I expect others to be there as well. I expect others to be there as well in certain instances, you know, like I expect them to be there at a certain level in like a professional setting, and some people just don't deliver, and it really irritates me. I don't like doing more work so that other people can do less. which is really why I'm a laid back individual. It takes a lot to anger me, it takes a lot to get on my nerves. You know, I've been through a lot of bad times in my life, and I asked for forgiveness from a lot of people, and most of them gave it to me, so I try to pay that forward whenever I get a chance. I think that's a better way for the world to proceed. I'll tell you this, and then I'm going to stop talking about it. If you're a person who looks at somebody who made a mistake, and number one, if anyone ever makes a mistake in your life and you're angry, I would recommend you do something. Just take my advice. Number one, ask if the mistake was made in malice or if it was made in ignorance. If it was made in ignorance, then train, right? Train and correct. If it was made in ignorance, train and correct. If it was made in malice, then you may continue to be angry and upset with the individual, because that is okay. That makes sense. You know, in our world, it's okay to be upset with someone who maliciously hurts you, okay? But if you never let somebody come back, if you tell somebody that they're a piece of junk and they're never going to come back and you're never going to give them another chance, sometimes you turn off the motivation for that individual to try and be a better person. Some people are motivated by how others perceive them, and if you tell them that no matter what happens, you will never perceive them in a positive light, they will continue to do things that are inappropriate, because the thing they're doing that's inappropriate gives them pleasure, gives them serotonin, right? And if it hurts you and you tell them to stop, and you know, you tell them that you're never going to forgive them for them doing it, then they kind of go back to doing the thing that gives them pleasure. You know, I'm not trying to say you have to coddle them and like make their life super simple and easy, even though they've hurt you, but just consider that. Anywho, there we go. Look at all that. 5,000 down here. I was watching some guy, gosh, I don't know his first name, but it's Dragon Nation Gaming. I was watching him play this game, and that joker was like, "Oh, I got this little rig here. Going to see how much stone I can get." And it was like 17 or 18 of these gigantic drills going into the ground. He pulled out like 300,000 stone his first time through, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's a lot." Oh, you know what? I want to go over here to this. I want to sit in my chair. I got this thing built. I suppose it's operational. I don't really like that it's not in the ground. I'm going to go see if it can be retracted or what can happen here. So stand by and let me go mess with my new welder. There he is there. What can I do? Toggle him on and off. Toggle him on. Off. Show block. Show block. Show block. His name. Show on HUD, custom data, use conveyor system on, help others. Okay, custom data, what does that do? Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, I thought there'd be a little bit more to him than just turning him on. Is it raining? Oh, look at that planet. Oh, I think I pointed that planet out before. It looks like it has a toxic environment. Cool. Well, the reason why I have this guy is I really wanted to. Oh, that's his deal there. You can just turn him on right here. Okay, cool. I really wanted to use the projector and have the projector and have this guy build the object that was a projector. And I was hoping to just get a spacecraft out of it, like just push a button and then have this guy build a spaceship so I could fly into the sky and be done with it. That took every bit of mental power that I have in my brain to get that thing going. This right here if you wanted to know the absolute pinnacle of my my capability of thought, right there. Okay. I need to replace that, by the way. Now that I'm up here, I need to replace that with a storage box. Need to replace that with a storage box. And I do need to do a double take and see if this cockpit and this H2O2 generator, if they will if they marry up like this, because I think that there's a problem with trying to pull stuff out of the back from the front because the conveyor system is not completely done. But now that I'm up here, now that I see that, I got to take that off, which means I think that that's going to fall. As soon as I cut that away, I think that's going to fall off. I think I'm going to have a problem there. Let's go ahead and just, what's our battery situation on this bad boy look like? What are we? We're at 2, but there's 2 batteries, so it's really like kind of 4. So it's kind of like a full battery. All right, well, let's go ahead and, how did I do this? I get in here, and then I turn on thrusters. Okay, and I turn off the docking thing and I separate. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And then I'm just gonna, this thing is so fun. And I feel like I can land it over here. What did I just turn off? Don't know what that is. Who is the down? C is down. Okay. Landing this thing on the ground. Don't